This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. We keeping a foot on the what on the next. We keeping a foot on the what on the next. And like the Tibetan mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does 8 bursts his pipes, man. He Knows the Sport gets to toot his own horn, dog. Cats don't like when He Knows the Sport toot his horn. Because He Knows the Sport is the most confident dude there is, dog. It's like Wolverine say, dog. What I do, I'm the best there is at what I do. But what I do isn't very fucking nice. Let me say it again. I'm the best there is at what I do. But what I do isn't very fucking nice. Hebrews 11 verse 1 tells us, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Let me say it again. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Make sure y'all do KJV, King James Version, because that's the version you need. But anyway, on to what I'm talking about here. Bottom line is this in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion. The Prediction King strikes again, and the Prediction King strikes again. All Prediction King strikes again fashion for He Knows the Sport is being revealed at its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion. Stephen A. Smith, out of his rabbit-ass Stephen A. Snake mouth, because even a snake has to tell the truth. Whew, what I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. Even a snake has to tell the truth sometimes. And what did he say in ultimate truth-telling fashion? What did he say that was the truth of the fact of the matter? That Kevin Durant, drum roll, his playoff ability is unreal. Glad you finally realized that, Stephen A. Snake. I'm glad you had to come to the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth-telling fashion. I'm glad that was your admittance. Because you know what happened? The man above made them admit that Mr. Anti-LeBron, Mr. 35 crooked little shot with the eye was the most dangerous thing they've ever seen. And they had to bend the proverbial fucking knee. And they had to kiss the ring to Mr. KDTREY5, Mr. KDTREY5, the Slim Reaper variation. Who is the 50-40-90 walking gazelle like Kevin Durant? Who is the walking anomaly like Kevin Durant? They know he's coming. They know he's coming to restore the natural order of basketball. So they have to tell the truth, whether they want to or not. Because the good book also tells us that darkness cannot shine where light is. And where light shines, darkness has to eradicate itself. It has to eliminate itself. The lightness is KDTREY5's game. The darkness is LeFraud James, the Gulf of Folk, greatest finals failure of all time, the greatest of all trolls. He can't see Kevin Durant. That's why in those back-to-backs, when Kevin Durant dropped that 35 crooked little in the shot with the face, the whole next year, hey, Cook, J.R. Smith, you go guard that dude, though. I don't want to end up on ESPN Top 10 Live, because he knew at his truest and his most properest levels that Kevin Durant is that dude. He can't see Kevin Durant on the basketball court. And anybody that's telling the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion, they know LeBron James can't guard Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is an anomaly, man. Kevin Durant is an enigma. Kevin Durant is unstoppable and he is unreal on the basketball court. Why do you think they hate on Brooklyn's finest? Why do you think their ultimate buck dancer, i.e. Kendrick Perkins, Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks, or i.e. Steven from Django? The reason why he has to hate on them is because they know when Kevin Durant comes back, the natural order of basketball returns. LeBron James will be regressed at his truest and his most properest levels. And the legacy will officially be redone. The cachet will officially be over. So you got to give Kevin Durant his napalm credit. Because Kevin Durant is that dude on the basketball court. That's what He Knows the Sport try to tell you guys. When you look at Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he's the most lethal scorer the NBA's ever seen from a cold-blooded assassin's mentality. When you look at Kobe Bean Bryant, he's the most fastest scorer and high degree of difficulty scorer the NBA has ever seen from that standpoint. But when you look at Kevin Durant, he's the most efficient and the most effortless scorer the NBA has ever seen. You see, he shares something that these guys share. True alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics abilities on the basketball court. Let me say it again. True alpha extraordinaires governed by true alpha economics abilities on the basketball court. You have to be a Ruby Poo and a Plum Plum man. You have to be a classic Dodo and a Trogodak. You have to be an ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Or you choose to snuff the truth with half-truths, which are i.e. lies. The father of lies is the master of half-truths. And anyone that follows with half-truths, follow right up under his ass. Or you're going to be fence straddler, which is a half-truth motherfucker, right? Or fence straddleization, which is just like half-truth. Or you're going to be like He Knows the Sport, bringing you that whoop, that heat, and that bar, and keeping a foot on the whoop on the next, and keeping a foot on the whoop on the next, and being absolute and resolute in what you say. Kevin Durant is absolute in his game. He's resolute in his game. And as much as Stephen A. Snake wanted to be a snake, he couldn't be a fucking snake to that. Because it was its most cold-hearted. It was its most unadulterated, and it was its most cutthroat, truth-telling fashion. That's as simple as this. When you look at Kevin Durant's game, it is complete from a basketball standpoint. And if you hate on Kevin Durant, you are absolutely hating on basketball. And you have to basically revoke your own basketball license. Stephen A. knew that. And that's why he had to tell the truth, even when he didn't want to. Because when a snake slithers, at times, when a snake is trapped in a corner, you got that mongoose called the truth that has to reveal its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion. And when we look at LeBron James, we look at Stephen A. Smith, these are snakes. When we look at Kevin Durant, he's that mongoose that knows that all he has to do is buy time. And with Tibetan mash shift unlimited pressure, he will make that snake fold and bend the proverbial fucking knee. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. That's the cutthroat truth-telling fashion. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Next. I keeps the foot on the whoop. Next. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.